All right, today we're going to be installing OE lights in the C8 Corvette engine bay. This will work on any trim you have, 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, Z06, E-Ray, Stingray, doesn't matter. It's all pretty much the same. Yeah, and this will be the final part of the engine bay portion dress up, and then we'll be rolling back into the C5 Z06 for a little bit. Roll the intro and we'll get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we will be doing OE lights, like I said, in the engine bay. I did a video like 6 months ago. It was very brief. It was very much more of an overview. This will be much more detailed. That was just more of a helping a friend out, and I kind of filmed it. But today will be more of my style. We'll be doing an open box install and a thorough look and start. So we get to see it all lit up when we're done. If you don't follow the channel, I've already done a carbon brace, some carbon dress up, and I custom painted the engine cover. So this is kind of two parts. You don't need both of these. So you get the Wildhammer. This has the actual OE lights and a special harness they make that ties into your C8 system, which runs your defrost and your back window. And if equipped, the rear view camera. I have a 1LT, so it's not equipped. So it's actually a much easier job in a 1LT. However, if you have a 1LT 24 or up, those do come with the camera. So you got to do the whole thing. But I'll briefly show you how to do that when we get there. It's not complicated at all. And the second part of this, you don't have to get, but I want it. This is a little harness that plugs in between the OE harness or go into the car. And this allows you to use your defrost to turn on the engine lights whenever you want. Without this, they're only going to turn on when you pop the trunk or accessory mode. But with this guy, by pushing a defrost, you can turn them on or off whenever you want. Driving the car around, you name it. At a car show, boom, turn them on, which is pretty cool. I think both these together was around $270, give or take. Both these products will be down in the description below, of course. Tools to do this, very minimal. A little trim tool for inside the car. I've seen other write-ups and videos where it shows you taking off the halo piece and then where the speaker cover is and all kinds of shit. You don't got to do all that. Just a halo, and then over your driver's side shoulder, just kind of peel that back a little bit, and that's all you got to do in the interior. That's it. In the engine bay, you will need a 7mm. I'll show you when we get there. And then lastly, it's late. I'm not driving again today, so I do recommend an adult beverage today. I got some Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I love this stuff. It's yeah, probably my favorite Sam Adams, so it's pretty fun this time of year to get some of this stuff. So all right, let's go to the bench and I'll show you what you get in the boxes, and then we'll start taking off panels and putting her in. If I remember correctly, me and my friend did this, never doing this before on his 2LT. We did it in about 45 minutes. So I think knowing what I'm doing, skipping the step with the camera, I think I can do this by myself in 30 minutes. So we're about to find out. All right, let's go to the bench. I'll go ahead and show you the little extra harness deal that lets you use your defrost to run them. It's just a little plug, harness, pigtail, whatever you want to call it. A lot of packaging for it. Oh, product review, get $100. They should just give me $100 because I'm helping them out, you know, for free. All right, this is pretty much it right here. And that's it. It's like $75 just for that. All this does is allow you to use your, like I said, the defrost button to run your light. That's it. Cool. All right, that's easy enough. And this is really easy to install. Don't worry about it. This whole project's really easy. If you're not a huge DIYer, but you want to do it, don't let this job scare you. Now this is the harness. Again, it's just your normal harness, but it just adds splices in the lights. That's it. That's all it does. And again, the lights are OE. From GM, as you can see there, GM. And it's just two little LEDs. I mean, these things probably cost, oh God, to make injection mold plastic, two LEDs in a Chinese factory. Together, probably $2. You know, they sell these for a lot of money. I don't know why GM decided not to have the engine appearance package standard on a Corvette, but they did it. Maybe it was COVID time, who knows, I don't know. Here is the wire harness. Don't let it scare you. Once you understand what it is exactly and how it's got to be routed, it's very, very self-explanatory. All right, cool. And there is some hardware in the bag. You will need a little torque bit. I think I said a Phillips earlier. Looks like a little T15, T20. I'll tell you when we get to there. But these just fasten these guys into the car. And there's already a little spot for it. And yeah, this is it. So this is going to plug into the car that goes to your ECU. And the little pigtail goes in between this and the car. And then, yeah, you just route this up through the side, I guess, B-pillar. And this is the little grommet that, you know, closes off the engine bay to the cabin. And then this is for the lights right here. That's it. This is all we're adding to this whole thing. That's it. And then these guys just get routed to your window defrosters, just like that. And everything has a little Christmas tree. You can't mess it up. It goes right how it came out of the car. So pretty easy day. Now, when you order this, it's going to ask you if you have a 1LT or 2LT, because it'll be a different wire harness. If you had a 2LT, not only would these be added, but you would have one more, like 2 feet long, that goes to your camera. And I'll get to that when we get to the car. I'll go over that briefly, how you would do that, or take off the shroud for it. Cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. You got your harness, your lights, your hardware, and your pigtail. Let's go to the car. We'll start on the inside and start taking stuff apart, and then we'll go to the engine bay. All right, so I've seen videos where they take the little halo piece up here off, which we'll take this piece off. It all pops off. And they take off all this stuff down there and all the way down. You take the whole thing out. You don't got to do that. Just take off this top part, and we're just going to peel back that part. That's all you got to do for things here. That's it. So we'll do that real quick. I think I can get all the pieces off just using my hands. I've taken these off a couple of times now for miscellaneous projects, so they kind of come right off. The first time you take them off or try to, man, it's hard to come off. Like, are you sure it comes off? But it does come off. Cool. And that's it for that. Pretty easy, right? And you'll notice my car might look different than yours. I have a lot of sound deadening in here. Your car won't. So don't worry about that. And then this is the harness right here, all little Christmas trees. And we're just gonna follow it down to the plug down here. It feels like you're gonna break it. And then at that point, then it'll kind of cooperate with you. Cool, and that's it. That's all you gotta do, because now we can see the little pigtail right there. I'll show you here in 1 second. And that's as far as you got to go in the interior. See right inside there. See that guy right there? That's it. That's the plug. And then, yeah, he's going to follow it up to right there. And the back here, pretty simple. You got to unplug these guys on both sides. And then there's a whole bunch of little 7mm all the way across. We do got to undo and kind of lift the halo up just a little bit. So let me get those bolts out of there really quick. All right, I didn't film all of that. Long story short, I just took off all 7 of these little screws that go on top of here, all the way across. It's gonna let you open up the halo just a little bit. They're very, very loose. One turn to crack it, you can get it out by hand, really easy. Again, 7mm. So, real quick, I'm gonna unplug both of the defrosters, little clips right here, another one right there, and then we can go to the inside and start taking stuff out and pull the harness through. And they just pull right off, and the little Christmas trees, just follow them and pull them off. We're not gonna reuse this harness. It's okay if some of them break. On the harness, that is. And then if you can see it right here, it just comes right off. There's a little tab, you kind of push it and it comes right off. And then, like I said, the new harness is gonna fit right into all these spots we're taking it out. See, now I can move this right here. See this? So, I remember doing my buddy's car, we put something right there to feed it through. I'm gonna do that same thing right now. All right, there will be good. All right, let's go inside the car now. All right, let me do my best to try to film this and show you what I'm doing here. This little grommet, I believe it's easier to pull it into the car. I'll fish this through in a second. What I'm gonna do now is get the little Christmas trees off on the side here. And then unplug it. Man, these two little Christmas trees right here are kind of a doozy. I ended up using pliers and just kind of muscling them out of there, but they're out. I think our harness is completely free now. It is, if you can see that. So what I'm gonna do now is fish this up from the back out, and we'll be doing the reverse to install it. Cool. Old harness out. That was all of about 10 minutes so far. Actually, I'm trying to think what me and Andrew did when we did his. I think we went from the back, kind of like we took it out and we put it back in this way. And that's what we're going to try to do. So what we got to do is get this little plug right here. This part all the way to this grommet right there. Inside of here. You see inside of there, you can see where the little hole is right there. We got to feed it back in through that guy. So I'm going to do it off camera because it's kind of dynamic. And then I'll bring it back. All right, I should have just filmed that because that honestly went much easier than I expected. I can take this guy out of there now. That's all good. Let's get the inside all buttoned up real quick. Yeah, I should have just filmed that because that was very simple. It was much easier. Yeah, I just fed it through to the grommets right there. And once you pull it through, that part is done. Now we're just gonna redo our Christmas trees where they go along the little B pillar here. And then, yeah, we're in business. Let me get it wrapped up and I'll show you. All right, here's how it looks when it's done. Right there, there's one little Christmas tree right there. One that goes over a nut. You can see it right there in the middle of your screen. These two right there. And then the pigtail still hanging out because we got to put the little adapter in between, but we'll do that very last. So now we're just kind of plumbing everything. I'll put you down and I'll walk you through it. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is pretty intuitive and it's kind of hard to mess up. And what we do on the other side is I plug in the little plug first for the defrost and then just work my way backwards. And you can't really mess it up. They're all the exact length, which is great. What you're left with right there in the middle is your two plugs where we're going to screw in the lights here in a second. Christmas trees right here. Boom. Boom. Cool. All right, now I just got to put the hardware in for the lights and then screw the lights in. And the lights here are labeled left and right hand. This one right here, so you can see it. My thumb is right hand, so this is your passenger side. And the other one will go obviously on the driver's side. And before you put those in though, you gotta put, they're almost like they're little push deals, and then the lights screw into this. And there's 4 little receptacles, you can't miss them. So I'm gonna get all these plugged in, screw these guys in, and then I'll show you how to do the little harness on the inside. All right, we're all set. Now, real quick, if you have a 2LT, 3LT, or the new 1LT with a camera, you would have one more little Christmas tree right there and a grommet that goes in there. And you gotta go up through here, obviously. This thing pops off. It really does. Take a trim tool and it pops right off. I think there's 7 total little push guys. And then it's a matter of taking off the camera connector, putting the new one in, and that's it. Don't overthink it. So we're all square back here. Everything's plugged in. The little screws are a T15 in case you're curious. Looks pretty clean. Let me get all these little 7s back in all the way down and we'll go in the cabin. All right, let's see if I can film this for you guys. Again, all we're doing is putting this little pigtail in between the 2 connections. So that's it. Do this one first. And this one simply plugs in to the car. And we are done our project. That's it. All right. Let me get all my interior squared away. We'll do a little functional test here. All right. So we have functionality because the trunk lid is open. You get both your little trunk here and you'll get your your engine lights. Let's close this guy, and we can turn it on remotely, like I said, now with the defrost. Oh, that's so cool. I know I'm like 3 years behind, but oh, I love it. That's so freaking cool. All right, so the car does have to be on for the defrost to work. I did check it. It's 2 in the morning. I'm not gonna start it again. My neighbors already hate me. But if you just hit the unlock, it will also turn the lights on temporarily, and we are all set. Oh, I love that. It's the little things, you know? Cool. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Oh, I love it, dude. So freaking rad. All right, let me get a thumbnail, get this video going, or I guess edited. And I will see you this weekend with another house video. I believe on Sunday I'm going down. It looks so freaking rad. I'm so excited. Cool. All right, guys, I'll catch you then. Mark out.